Welcome to episode 2 of Dillon's Deep Dive. I'm Matt Dillon, Superintendent of Schools, and I'm excited to be with you today to shed some light on the role of our school board. School Board Recognition Week is also coming up February 18th through the 24th, and I would like to take a moment to express my gratitude for our Petal School District Board of Trustees for their leadership and service to our students, staff, and community. They spend countless hours working to provide the best education for our students, and we are so grateful for their efforts. Now, joining me today is our very own school board chairman, Jerry DeFatta. All right, Jerry, thanks for being here today. One of the things I want to tell our viewers is a little bit about who you are. So, fun fact, you're a 1996 graduate of Petal, not too long ago, right? Something like that. One of my favorite stories I always hear you talk about that I'd like for you to share with our viewers is about your experience growing up in Petal. Then you went off for a bit and came back. I love the way that you share that in different settings that we have.
Yeah, I think Petal is a really special place. It's a place that I spent my childhood. One of my favorite events we have every year is the retiree brunch, where I get to see a lot of the people that helped get me through school. But I spent about 22 years in this community, and I wanted to get out of here so bad. I wanted to go out and spread my wings and have an opportunity to do some different things. And so I got the opportunity to do that in 2000 when I left here and moved to Jackson. And then my wife and I met there and got married and traveled around a little bit in the Southeast for a few years. And then when we got to a point where we wanted to have a family, we really started kind of backing up and looking at where we wanted to be. And it's a pretty easy decision for us. I mean, this is a special place. It's a place where you get to find out what your kids are doing when they do something they shouldn't do a lot of times before they get home. And that was one of the primary reasons I wanted to leave, because I would do something I shouldn't do. And my mom would have a phone call before I got home. But that kind of experience was something that was really meaningful to us. And we're big public education fans. And, if you want your kids to get a public education in Mississippi, there's just not a better place than Petal. So it was nice to be able to get away for a few years, but coming home was pretty sweet. And so it's been a really good ride for us here in the last 15, 20 years.
I think you can fast forward to 2024 and you still have that same small town feel. Even though we've had growth over the years, you still have that where everybody's taking care of everybody mentality, I think, which is pretty special. But what I want you to talk to viewers a lot about today is about the school board, Board of Trustees. We're in the midst of School Board Appreciation Month. You guys do a great job behind the scenes to assist me in my role as superintendent. But I want the viewers to hear a little bit more about the role of a school board member, the makeup of our board. Why would you choose to even serve on a board such as this? So the first thing I want to just ask is, tell us really how the board is set up.
Yeah, so our board is probably a little bit unique, and I'm sure there are other boards like ours. But, our community is a little bit different in that there are people who have the opportunity to come to Petal Schools that don't live in the city. And so I am an elected member of the school board, as is Lacey Bowling. We were elected by people who live outside of the city limits, who have the opportunity to come to Petal Schools. And then the mayor and the board of aldermen have the opportunity to appoint 3 members to that board. And so that's how our makeup is, or how our structure is. But we're really fortunate. The board makeup that we have now is really incredible. We've got, the leadership around our table is pretty incredible. We've got people who run campuses, people who are very involved with our PTO, people who run businesses. And I think that really makes us a strong group. We have a lot of differences of opinion. But at the end of the day, our role is to make sure that you guys and your team and our students have all the resources they need to maximize their potential as students and as adults as they get older. And so it's nice to sit around the table with a group of people who are like-minded, who really want to work together to do the absolute best we can for our kids and our community.
It's pretty interesting. And sitting in my seat, I have 5 different personalities I get to work with, but I love how everybody's working toward the same causes, and that's for students and staff and community. And that's what's so special. So we have 5 board members. Several years back, 8 or so years back, there was an opportunity for you. Why in the world would you want to be a part of this? What was the driving force for you to want to serve on the school board?
Well, there's a couple of things. Obviously, I've got 3 kids, and so I want to make sure that they have the support that they need to reach their full potential. But the other thing is, this community was founded because of the school district. And, there's kind of the joke that people don't move to Petal because of the nightlife, but we know that people move to Petal because of the school district and because of the community. And so I just felt like it was a good way for us to give back to the community, a good way for us to invest our time and our energy, really trying to make sure that we provided the support that our leadership needs to make the difficult decisions they have to make sometimes to move our schools forward.
So during your tenure, very quickly, you progressed and moved up to board chair. You and I get to work very closely together with a lot of things, leading up to board meetings and things of that nature. So tell our viewers a little bit about the role of a school board member. I think there's a lot of misconceptions sometimes, or
Sure.
you just don't know what you don't know, right? When it comes to working with boards, you work for a board. I work for a board. So tell a little bit about your role as board chair. What does that entail? And also, what is the responsibility of the board?
Sure. Well, I think one of the things that's really helped me is that I do work for a board. And so I understand what my board's role is. And so we try to instill that in our board members so everybody understands kind of what their lane is. Because you see a lot of different school districts where board members sometimes get out of where they're supposed to be, and they're trying to hire a football coach or do some things that just aren't the board's role. And so, the board's role is pretty specific. Our job is to hire the executive leadership, so to hire the superintendent, to evaluate him or her and hold them accountable. And so we do that. We do an annual evaluation of your performance. And then on top of that, our goal is to set policy. And so when I say set policy, I think sometimes people hear procedures. We set policies and we say, Dr. Dillon, we want your team to do this. And it's up to you guys to figure out procedurally how you make those things happen. And so, I think it's a really good spot for us to be in. We use the skills that we have in our business community and our business experiences that will allow us to help put policies in place that allow you guys to govern and make decisions that help move our district forward.
Having 3 kids of my own in this district, one of the many reasons we stay here is because of the great community, the great school system, what it has to offer to our family. But personally and professionally, another reason that it's important for me is have a great working relationship with the school board. And this is my 10th year, and it's just been a great relationship. And I appreciate what you do as board chair, the time that you give, and the rest of the board members, what they do with the right mindset each and every time that we get together. So I appreciate you being here with us. So hopefully you got a little bit of insight on what's happening behind the scenes when it comes to our school board. Again, this is School Board Appreciation Month. We thank them for their dedicated service and what they do for our community. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be coming back to you very soon. Hope you're getting more information. If we can ever do anything to assist you, please don't hesitate to reach out, and we'll be coming back to you very soon. Thanks.